What up, YouTube? What's good? What's good? And another one. Here goes another one. How y'all doing? I hope everybody in their best spirit today. Like and subscribe. Come on, man. We got to get to my first 500 subscribers, man. Y'all fuck with me, man. Talk to me, man. You know I talk back, man. Man, this one today, man, we're going in deep, man. Because, man, I used to listen to these guys, man. I really thought they would never be these type of people that I have to unpack and tell you guys about them, man. You know, I'm really like, homie, homie, you do me like this, homie? I'm sick, y'all. So let's check this out, man. This one here, man. If it hurt y'all like it hurt me, man, I hate to have to do this, man. But let's get it.
Syndicated radio rapper Rashawn Casey, better known as DJ Envy from the show The Breakfast Club, promoted these deals. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace talked to the alleged victims and has the response to those mounting accusations you're about to hear for the first time.
We've helped so many people, not just regular people, but celebrities, athletes, executives.
That's DJ Envy on his syndicated iHeart radio show, The Breakfast Club. He's often promoted the real estate venture of his pal, Cesar Pina.
You might know him on Instagram as Flippin' NJ.
But it's more than just a passing endorsement.
You could partner with us on some deals, make some money with us.
Envy and Cesar have teamed up for seminars, including one at the Jacob Javits Convention Center, pitching opportunities to flip properties, often in distressed areas of New Jersey.
We invested $200,000 and looks like we're never going to get it back.
Jose Santiago and his wife Jessica Ortiz say they believed investing in this neighborhood of Patterson would be their ticket to the American dream.
That's the reason why I got into real estate, so we can actually start flipping properties, buying properties, so we can have something for our kids in the future.
The couple says they connected with entrepreneur Cesar after seeing him on social media with DJ Envy.
He's advertising this all over the radio and on television. I've seen shows of him all over the place, so I thought this was legit.
The pitch to invest in rundown properties that would be renovated and flipped for more money. The promise to return up to 30%. In some cases, Cesar didn't even own the properties. This couple took out $200,000 in equity from their Florida home, promised that 30% return within 4 months. Then they say nothing.
I'm paying the interest right now every month, and I have nothing.
Well, at this point, we just want our money back.
Nigel Chambliss.
Man, so there we have it, man. Like, it's a trip though. So I gotta unpack it. I just can't hear one, two. I got to really figure this out and see where we're going with this, man. But I just feel like, man, that's kind of fucked up, man. You know what I mean? That they target a certain communities, people in poverty, man, and people not so quite in poverty, but people that is trying to get to a certain level, to a highest them, a better them, and then y'all do this, and then Envy is trying to act like he ain't got nothing to do with it. But remember, a lot of people only mess with this Caesar Pena cat is because he came and Envy introducing this cat. So all this victim role he trying to play, I don't think people buying that, man, because people like, hey, hold on, I wouldn't even mess with this nobody if it wasn't for you guys. So, this is big right now, man. Like I said, man, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. DJ Envy, how you feel about him? What y'all think? You think he's a fraud? Or, let's see. Let's see what this cat got to say about him, though, man. Let's check this out, y'all. Let's get it.
Y'all all go tune in. We gonna Funk Flex in a few minutes. About to be live. Talking about the Caesar Pena, DJ Envy, Real Estate Rico. There's no need to tag DJ Envy on my page. He blocked me months ago, so all your tags go without reason. He's just blocking. He don't want to be included in anything. He's playing victim. All these people who are actual victims, who've never made a dime from any investment with Caesar, are out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Envy has played victim. He has played nonchalant. He has showed no empathy. And I'm glad that the media has finally picked this thing up. I have fought like hell for the last 5-6 months to try to get the people to vote. Funk Flex, what's up, my guy?
First of all, I want to commend you for sticking to your guns and also standing
Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate you, man. You have been one of the sole media sources that has really helped amplify and give the victims a voice. So, man, I want to give you a shout out right now, Flex, for sure.
Yo, listen, I remember when you got a cease and desist, and no, you got like defamation of character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously now, 6 months later, that makes no sense.
Absolutely. And that's why, you know, for anybody that's new to me, I always call myself the receipt guy. I don't speak unless I have facts. I'm not a slanderer. I'm not a hater. I'm not here to defame anybody. So when I started getting people that were reaching out to me talking about the amount of money that they had invested, not only the investment piece, but because I've been around real estate for damn near my whole life, you could hear clear red flags that these weren't traditional real estate deals. And as people start sending me more and more, I started looking and I'm like, wait a minute, these guys aren't even getting real properties. And then you could look at the area where they were putting the money at. None of it made sense. And then it just became where it just snowballed for Envy because he came on my live and tried to act as if he didn't know it was a major issue, but he had talked to many of the investors who are now complaining.
So, you know what? Shout to, is it Sarah Wallace?
Oh, man, shout out to Sarah Wallace, man, NBC4, yeah, for sure.
Talk about blowing somebody out the frame.
Sarah has become my new favorite.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling. And appreciate what you're doing for the people, my brother. I see you.
Man, hey, once again, I just wanted to really make sure when people heard and stumbled across the news that they really had an understanding of context. Because many people say investment. These weren't typical investments. Nobody got anything. In real estate, you don't go to zero. You should at least have an asset. But these people were sold, like 9-10 people were sold literally the same asset and told that the assets would be worked on and things of that nature. None of those things ever happened. And, you know, I've got access to bank records. I've got access to so much stuff where you can see clear fraud. This isn't a typical real estate deal. This is fraud on the highest level. And now the numbers have got to close to $80 million. I just want to say, man, you stepped out before anybody on the radio, and you gave a lot of victims a platform and a voice when nobody was willing to step up. So shout out to you, man. I just want to say thank you again. I know the victims are appreciative of it, and that means a lot to these people.
Yeah, and I'm going to do my Ernie Anastas and stay on this story. Channel 742 and CNN style. Love, my brother.
Peace, Flex.
Tony, I'm going to play it give me like 10 minutes.
All right, bet. Yeah, it's up. It's everywhere. Shout out to Funk Flex. Shout out to everybody that's now doing what the victims needed, and that's covering a major heartbreaking story. I know many people hear my delivery sometimes, and I'm like, I make it kind of, you know, comedy slash, you know, I'm very direct, but I really wanted to make sure that people could understand the gravity of what was taking place, the amount of people that's involved, like this is like some of the worst shit I've ever witnessed. When you see people who really went and took out 401ks, they went and did all kind of loans against their properties and everything else in order to try to be able to invest with these guys, believing that this was going to be a way to build generational wealth and to be able to, you know, elevate their families and to come in there with good intention and just get completely robbed is absolutely just sad. You got to think about it. Like, these weren't street guys that signed up for street business and then got taken advantage of. They came under the understanding that DJ Envy had many successful deals with Caesar, which now we think that's all BS because they were claiming that they had 3,000 units and all that. If you had 3,000 units and the income that you said that you had coming in, there's no way that you have this many people that are clearly defrauded. Maybe next week I'm gonna show you guys Caesar's bank records and how he was spending the money, which is even more egregious. I mean, this dude DoorDash bill and shit like that is out of his world with actual investor money. And DJ Envy, man, I know you and your attorney, you guys sued me for defamation, and I think that it would behoove you to drop that case, because you're going to be at a position where the counter suit that I'm going to put on you is going to be very, very damning. The discovery is going to be even more disgusting. You have multiple people who are going to come into court and testify with me. You have accepted payola. You have broken so many laws. You have been complicit in a Ponzi scheme. You have known about this for well over a year plus and have done absolutely nothing. You have promoted this man amongst millions of people. And I had a conversation with somebody today, Envy, and that conversation was even more damning, because this person invested, was about to invest, and he asked you, should he invest, and you told him no. He was about to give Caesar a couple $1 million. Now, I want you to understand something. That right there shows clear conspiracy, Envy. I know, based off what I was told today, that you knew there was bad shit happening, and back in May, this brother was about to invest several $1 million, and he did not invest because you told him not to invest. He told me that specifically. And you know who he is. And you know who he is. And you know that it's very credible. So when you get out here now and you try to play this whole victim card, and you try to act as if you're not understanding where this smoke comes from and what's going on, I'm just going to tell you right now, I got the receipts, dog. I have the receipts. And you know when I say I got it, see, y'all been testing me this whole time. You tried to play all these games, but now I got you on Billboard, I got the Telemundo, I got you on ABC, NBC. You really tried the wrong one. See, this is the same thing that happened to Jay Morrison. Same thing that happened to Big Business. See, you niggas underestimate my consistency. I don't stop. See, you made the mistake of calling me a clout chaser back in May, when you could have came out and apologized, had some contrition, and gave the victims an opportunity to know that you were going to support them versus actually acting like you're a victim as well. You had that opportunity. Remember, you told me on the phone call that this was going to get ugly and that it was going to be class action lawsuits and that attorneys and everybody was involved. You remember that part of our conversation? You knew what was going on, Envy. You got on here and you tried to say that you didn't know that Caesar owed you money or not. See, all these things now will come back to haunt you. Everything that you said and did will come back to haunt you, because in the court of law, ignorance is no excuse. You can't run a red light and say you ain't know that you couldn't run red lights. Guess what? You still get a fucking ticket. You go murder somebody, you can't say, well, I didn't know I couldn't murder nobody. Guess what? You're still going to jail for murder. You can play stupid, but the law is not stupid. And once they connect that you had your bank account and all those things closed from money that you received from Caesar this year, you're fucked. In addition to all the other connections that I've already made with all the different things that you have with Jen and transferring properties and deeds and things over, we have you every which way. You can't, like, at this point, you might as well say, hey, yo, I fucked up and let me figure out a way to help. Because Massimo ain't helping you. That little greasy head motherfucker with that gel in his head, that snake of an attorney who said that you don't have any culpability in this thing, he's an idiot. He can't help you. He can tell Sarah Wallace that I'm a criminal, but one thing about it, my criminal shit has stopped in 2017. Haven't been in trouble ever since. You can't call me a criminal. You can't say, no. What you niggas is doing is criminal. What you niggas doing is wrecking people's lives. What you niggas are doing is literally shattering dreams. And guess what? The worst part about the dreams that you're shattering, these are your very own supporters. Now, I want you to think about looking up to somebody, respecting somebody, and then the person that you look up to and respect actually steals from you. I couldn't imagine, like, I look up to Shaq, man. That's like, Shaq is my favorite fucking entrepreneur. Shout out to the Diesel, man. I see you just got your Reebok deal today, man. Amazing. My favorite entrepreneur. That's like me partnering with Shaq and giving Shaq $500,000 and Shaq run off of my bread. Do you know how devastated I would be? Do you know how fucked up it would be to look up to a nigga your whole life, look up to him for years, and you get the opportunity to do something with him or a partner based off his cosign, and they run off with your bag, do you know you just violated all the people that actually love and trust you? I want you to understand that, because I don't even think you clearly get, you didn't just violate anybody, you violated your supporters, man. You violated your supporters, man. I want you to understand, this wasn't just like you just got some random nigga on the street. They weren't random niggas on the street. They weren't random people on the street. These were your avid listeners and supporters that came because you told them you had a way to help them achieve generational wealth, to avoid the scams and the predatory behavior of all the other seminars that were overcharging people and under-delivering. You said that you would be exactly that, and you became the exact snake that you hated on. You prayed from your platform. You allowed your business partner to come amongst millions of people who already was arrested for scamming and drug dealing, and you allowed him to launder money, scam people, all underneath your umbrella in the same office that you share.
Yeah, so man, like 80 million and counting. So I just think, man, like DJ Envy, man, you was really, man, we was really messing with you, homie. Like, this is bad, man. We gotta see this outcome. Y'all know I gotta follow this one, man. I'm gonna keep y'all stay tuned to this one. So, let's check out what Ag got to say, man. Let's see what Ag got to say.
Calm down with me. Give me some patience. I'm warming up. Unfortunately, my man DJ Envy, he's still under hot water. Okay. A man came out recently who called himself Envy's business partner, and this individual came out with some really big accusations about DJ Envy. If you guys don't know, DJ Envy is a DJ who's on The Breakfast Club. Him being on The Breakfast Club allows him to have a syndicated platform where his voice is amplified to multiple cities, multiple regions via the iHeartRadio platform. Okay? Obviously, it's radio, which means it's just federally regulated airwaves, but still, The Breakfast Club is just a huge deal. Legendary, show. And what has happened is that DJ Envy has promoted some of the people he works with. Like, for example, he worked with this guy named Caesar Pina, and that guy is a real estate guy who was supposed to be a real estate mogul. Now, DJ Envy promoted this guy and gave him a platform. Come to find out, the nigga's a whole fraud. All right? And as the story goes, there's up to $15 million that he defrauded from investors, and people are mad at that guy. But people are mad at Envy too. They're saying, Envy, even if you didn't bust down the $50 million that he scammed with him, if you ain't bust it down like half and half or whatever, if you got none of that money, you're still guilty and culpable of certain things. And I actually do agree. Like, I think, and I'm going to get into what Envy said today, because Envy did actually address this. DJ Envy has to acknowledge that he willfully gave a platform to this guy, and his reputation that he put on the line is what has gotten certain people in hot water. I'm not saying he deserves to pay everybody back if he didn't benefit from it, but if he didn't promote this and advertise this, it wouldn't be $15 million that this guy was able to finesse. Anyway, one of DJ Envy's business partner came out and said this.
Yo, what's up, guys? So a lot of people were asking me what the fuck is going on with all this shit with me and Envy, right? So I was speaking at seminars since December of 2018, the real estate seminars that they had, right? I'm speaking. I'm gonna
cut this off real quick, and I'm gonna just say this simply. Envy, I like you. Clearly, you do know I like you. But this is proof that you're involved in too much scammy situations. I'm gonna be honest with you. This nigga look like a scammer. All of these niggas look like scammers. I'm sorry to say. Let me tell you this. I don't care if you fix credit. Let me tell you this. If you niggas really knew how to invest and make money on your own, you would need to get on another nigga's platform to farm a bunch of people to teach them. Y'all business isn't doing what you're saying you're doing. Your whole business really is to get people to sell them courses and sell them a tutorial on how to possibly do it. So all y'all to me scammers. I'm sorry. And here's the thing, Envy, your name is just being brought up in the scammer realm too much, my nigga. Okay? I'm sorry to say. It's too much. Envy, I know you making a killing from DJing, you making a killing from the Breakfast Club. Brother, why is your name being mentioned with so many scammers, dog? Why? You got to stop associating them. I'm telling you, Envy, you can't promote no more products for the next 40 years. If we see you on here saying, this is your new man's that's doing this, and he could help people, I don't know, whatever, like, yo, get they IRA and, man, scam, bruh. Envy, you are banned completely. Matter of fact, I think the whole Breakfast Club is banned completely. We don't want to hear no financial literacy niggas come on Breakfast Club no more. That's facts. If we hear one nigga come on the Breakfast Club talking about he gonna explain what's going on, we know y'all are willfully scamming us. Because this is the loosest and I've never seen a show that's been primarily responsible for putting a nigga on, and he's accused of, in the culture, of stealing $15 million, and nobody wants to talk about it. It's kind of like, so anyway, DJ Envy actually did talk about it, but I don't even know who this guy is. As I said, bro, I don't even know you, bro. But again, all of y'all sound like y'all doing the scammer shit, bro. I'm sorry, I don't fuck with scammers like that. Real talk. I don't fuck with none of y'all. Period. Anyway, DJ Envy tried to address the people today, and this is what he said.
Morning, everybody. Like what?
Yo, chat, let's be honest. Why is the Breakfast Club having financial gurus on their show? Like, on some real shit, though. Why the fuck are y'all having financial gurus on y'all show when y'all know the people who listen to y'all barely have disposable income, bro? Like, on some real shit, we gotta really start talking. Like, let's really start. Why y'all got financial gurus on y'all show? It's not like y'all got a bunch of investors. Bro, y'all trying to take advantage of the motherfucker who's living paycheck to paycheck, who might have a little $1,000 saved up, but he's hoping that $1,000, if he do invest it, is going to actually help him. And then he's listening to his favorite motherfucking entertainers tell him, hey, you gotta invest with Caesar Pina. And now these niggas is suing, and then Envy's like, I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm not blaming Envy at all. But what I'm saying is that the accountability on Envy and or the Breakfast Club is that y'all platformed this. We would have never known this loser if it was not for y'all. And I'm not saying Envy scammed nobody, but you platformed it. And you do have to take accountability. Because if right now I platform a nigga who finessed the shit out of all my audience, I can't be like, I didn't know you was going to do that. I just gave him the platform. Like, come on, you can't just do that type of shit. Like, let's just be honest. Again, I'm hoping, I don't think Envy's a scummy dude. I think Envy's a stand-up dude. I think Envy's a hard worker. I think Envy would not go around trying to get, like, obviously, he probably looked at this as an endorsement deal. Cool. You probably did nothing wrong. You didn't finesse nobody. You don't got nobody's money. But you do have to take accountability that when people put their faith in you, they loved you. They listened to you for 20 to 30 years on the radio. If you tell them A, they're going to believe it because you have built up trust. That equity is worth a lot. And when you send them down a path and they lose $15 million, while you might not be liable for taking the $15 million, you do have to take accountability. You should have never platformed them. You should have been more cautious. And you should have did your due diligence to make sure that your supporters who were being funneled to this guy were being taken care of. And if you didn't do that, I think you're irresponsible. I'm sorry. Now, this is what he said in regards to the allegations, and then we'll get on some other shit.
Don't say like what, man. There's been a million and one accusations.
Oh my God, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you for saying that. You say Gillian Wallo are promoting scammers too? Hey, bro, I'm not the nigga who only speaks on one thing. I speak on everybody. Like, I don't come on here on some personal shit. If Gillian Wallo promote a scammer that scam people for $10 million, I would hope Gillian Wallo would come on their program, their podcast, and take accountability for allowing and promoting a scammer to their audience. And I would hope it would be sincere enough to say, hey, listen, I really didn't know that they were going to do this. I apologize. And if anything, if I could leverage my audience, if I could leverage my brand now in my voice, because here's the thing, when one person is scammed, right? Like one of these people scammed by the Caesar Pina nigga, they don't have a microphone as big as the, yo, here's the thing. You know how many of these people have hit me up trying to get on my platform, trying to get their voice amplified about the Caesar nigga? They shouldn't be calling me up. They should be calling the Breakfast Club. Ain't the Breakfast Club the niggas who gave y'all who basically amplified that nigga's voice to y'all that y'all invested? That's what I'm saying. I think, just me personally, Envy should be amplifying their voice to make sure some shit could happen. Whether it's federal motherfucking charges, whether it's, you know, these lawsuits that are in civil court to force the issue that it gets settled. But the same way how y'all promoted this shit, y'all should be using the platforms to help the people. I'm sorry. I don't want them motherfuckers coming over here. Academics ain't Tony the Closer. Susan's Tony the Closer, by the way. But I ain't Tony the Closer. I'm not about to put your little sob story of how that nigga took your last $150,000 from you. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Okay? So I think the Breakfast Club, the same way how they promoted the scam, they should also promote helping to make whole the people that got scammed. This is if you love your audience, but that's just me. Okay? Here, well, Envy.
He did give him money.
Envy, this is your get out of jail free card. I believe you. I think you're a good guy. Amplify the voices of the people he scammed. Amplify their voice. Amplify their voice. You have the Breakfast Club. You could put these people on there to tell their stories. Their stories shouldn't be buried. You guys put this guy in a position that, you know, Envy, if he's really innocent, he should be amplifying the voice of the victims because his voice is always going to be amplified, right? But also, I could imagine at this moment, there is a lot of legalities going on. And by the way, I'm going to be honest with you, I think there's going to be some federal authorities that's going to look into this. This is fraud on a very huge level. If you scam $15 million, not from millionaires, not from like large companies, not from hedge funds, but from people who have worked their asses off and they're using their life saving or their rainy day money, but they believe in something so much. Like, you're robbing people for what they need to survive and what's for their kids and their kids' kids. Yeah, some heads gotta roll, right? And again, I think that Caesar Pina nigga is fucked. But if Envy's really innocent, you know what I mean? You know, he's getting some backlash. I get why he has a lawyer involved completely. And if he can't talk, he should just say, I can't talk right now, but shit, I do want to, whatever. I'll give him that grace. But, you know, it's a fucked up situation. I'm going to tell y'all.
That's just me.
Ladder Rebel, thank you for the 2.
Can't even help yourself. What else you want to say now? Nothing. Okay. Nothing.
Okay, he pretty much doesn't say anything else. Real quick, it's Kels. Thank you for the 50. He says, the threat of Bruce
Man, as I just unpack, it's like new evidence, man. It's like, damn, man, DJ Envy, man, Leah, like Ack said, man, shouts out to academics, man, for the content, you know, shouts out to you. Do your thing, man. You do your thing, man. You keep doing it, man. Salute. So check this out, man. Yeah, I agree with Ack, though. DJ Envy, you're going to need to get on your platform and try to make right by that some way. And that's just how I feel about it. That's the only way. And then I agree with him, too. You messed up your whole brand for this. It's like nobody's ever going to believe you, man. You know? So like I said, like and subscribe. And we will be following this story to see the outcome of this. I wonder if he's going to get indicted or not. And like and subscribe, y'all. Fuck with me, man. Talk to me, man. Y'all know I talk back. Peace.